Hello and welcome back to the December 2018 version of Community Focus. Our next guest on the program is Caleb Guthrie, Community Relations Specialist for United Way of Midland County. He's going to tell us about the online impact store project and the sharing tree. Welcome to the show, Caleb.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome. Last year, the United Way started a successful program, the Online Impact Store Project, and I know you're doing it again this year. Can you tell us how it works?
Yeah, it's set up like an online store similar to what you would do with Amazon. Obviously, it's not quite so elaborate, but it's the same concept of purchasing something, putting it in a shopping cart, and checking out. But when you're shopping here, you're purchasing things for people in need in the community. It's divided up into 6 categories. There are different items in each category, but it can be anything from clothing, transportation vouchers, gift cards for grocery assistance, and things of that nature. So anybody can do as little as they want or as much as they'd like, put in the shopping cart, and check out like they would in an online store.
Yeah, for those of us who've been around town for a long time and remember Sharing Tree from years past, it's part of the Sharing Tree program, right?
Yes. Yep, this is a new aspect to the Sharing Tree program.
Sure. So how does the United Way connect with people who might be potential recipients of these gifts?
That goes through the agencies that are actually participating with the program. United Way is kind of the umbrella. We help do a lot of the back end things. How people get into the program is through the agencies and the schools. So nonprofits, they know their clients, they know who kind of qualifies, who fits in and can benefit from this program. So they will reach out to them. They have forms usually by early August. And they start talking to them about the program, and those actually get turned into us at early October. So.
Okay, and then the cards are put together and distributed. Do you have more details that you can share with us about the Online Impact Store?
Yes, the Online Impact Store is open now, and it's open until December 22nd, 24/7. Anytime anybody wants to go on there, they can even get on there on their phone. The website is sharingtreemidland.org. It's really simple to use, but if anybody does have any questions, they can always call the United Way office, and we can help people. We've answered simple questions all the way to walking step by step with somebody through the process. So, and it's just bringing the program up with technology, and this way people who are not just in the Midland community but in the region can be a part of the program, because we have a lot of people who might work in Midland but they don't go to Walmart or Kmart and see the Sharing Tree tags. This way, when they get home, I mean, they might get an email that they find out about this, and or a newsletter, and they can help contribute to the program.
So you don't have to have one of those tags from a tree in order to shop on the Online Impact Store?
Nope. Yeah, you can learn about it anyway, and anybody could participate. I mean, technically, somebody from across the country, if they found out about the program, can make a purchase if they'd like to.
Yeah, that's a nice way to, and it doesn't have to be during December either. It could be throughout the year. Is that correct?
We have the store up and operational basically for the whole month of November and December.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I didn't want to mislead people. Sorry about that question. I know that there are other opportunities that are a little bit different than the traditional Sharing Tree for the groups and organizations to get involved. One of these is called the virtual tree. What is that?
A virtual tree or a digital tree, essentially it's a way that we can track people who participate in the Online Impact Store. People are always looking for a fun holiday event that they can do and give to people in the community. And the way that we do that is we can actually, if we're requested, we can actually track what comes in for an organization. So if they share it with their employees and say, go ahead and purchase things on the Online Impact Store, we have a section where they can put in who they're purchasing under, and they could set their own goal if they'd like to, and we can help them with that, and then they can have their own kind of holiday program, and it makes it quite simple for them.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. It's something that they could add to their holiday festivities and their organization. That's really neat. So what's the final date that people can assist with the Sharing Tree program, and what's the final distribution date?
Well, with the Sharing Tree program, with the actual gifts and everything in the community, we had our big distribution day actually this morning. So this week is really big for us. So if anybody has any tags or any gifts, those can be turned in as soon as possible to help us to be able to start wrapping those things up, because we guarantee that all the requests that people put in for specific requests in the forms, that we will fill those. So the sooner we can get that in from the community, the sooner we can get those to them before Christmas. But then as far as the online impact store, we keep that open as long as possible to then get things for people in the community before the holiday. So that's open until the 22nd.
I always wondered what happened to the tags that were still on the tree.
United Way will collect those. I mean, every once in a while there are those times where somebody will pick one up and it might get lost somewhere, but we have online database. So once we get to the end of things, we pull those and it'll tell us which ones are missing, and we go out and we guarantee that we'll fill them all.
That is a gigantic project. So looking forward to 2019, how do clients register to be part of the holiday campaigns like the Sharing Tree?
The best thing that I can say is for them to be a part of some of the local agencies that take part. Family centers are a very common one. I mean, you have things through DHHS, you have things through the schools, like I said, a lot of different places. If somebody's interested and wanting to inquire, they can contact our office and we can tell them where it's at. But once they have a relationship with those, usually they're going to then be brought into the information about how to be a part of the program.
Okay, and is there a deadline for the registration for next year?
The forms usually get available in August. And people, if they're wanting to partake, will need to be in contact with agencies or schools probably before October, because the deadline to turn them in is early October.
Okay, that would make sense. All right. Well, what are some of the contact ways that we can get to United Way and find out about the Sharing Tree program or any of the other programs that United Way has in the community?
Yep. If somebody wants to get in contact with the United Way office directly, that's 989-631-3670. If somebody wants to learn more about the Sharing Tree or specifically the online impact store, that's SharingTreeMidland.org. But a great resource is the 211 24/7 phone referral service. So if somebody just calls 211 on their phone, connects them to they'll take them through a short survey on what their need is and what they're looking for, and they're up to date on what's in the community and who
That's
might
an
be able
excellent
to help
reminder. Yeah. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on the show today, Caleb, to talk about the United Way and the Sharing Tree program and the online impact store.
Oh, thank you.
Stay tuned for our final segment of the program today for Big Brothers, Big Sisters of the Great Lakes Bay region.